Hello, cruel world. This is Ace Von Johnson from Faster Pussycat and LA Guns. Just letting you know you're listening to the Gary Brugman podcast. Rock and roll.
Yo, 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 it's your man's Big Daddy Ruffneck. You're tuned into the Gary Brugman podcast. Prepare to be entertained.
Hey everybody, once again, welcome back to another episode of the Gary Brugman podcast. We got a good show for you tonight. TJ is back in the house. Big Daddy Ruffneck, welcome back, brother. I hope you're holding on to something tight because, brother, we're going to be banging off all kinds of guardrails today. So let's get to it. What's up, brother? How are you?
Yo. It's your man, your homie with the Stomey, Big Daddy Ruffneck.
Man, that's disgusting.
Thanks for letting me come on, Gary. Thanks for letting me come on, man. I appreciate it.
Let you come on. You belong here, bro. What are you talking about?
Well, I got a bug in my ass, so, I really felt like I should show my face.
Yeah, man. I've been getting a lot of messages and emails and, dude, how's Big Daddy Ruffneck? Where is he? Is he coming back? I'm like, he ain't gone. He's still here. He's going through his stuff. So, giving you some time, man. You're always welcome on the show. I can't do this show without you, man. Dude, I've had to resort to Kevin Butler to come on the show with me.
Leave Kevin alone. Just leave Kevin alone.
Oh, Kevin's a great cat, man. He does a great job being. He's never done it before, man. Proud of that guy.
Yeah. Gotta get him some lights.
We do. He's actually got my other set of headsets. Got to get him some headsets too, so I can get my other headsets back.
Dude, nobody could fit a pair of your headsets, man.
Come
on, what is that?
Dude,
what's the size of your head?
It's big.
It's bigger than big.
Yes. It's like the size of Saturn, bro.
Oh, see what I'm saying? That's he's gonna swim in those with his little peanut head.
Right, dude. Peanut head. Have you seen the size of that guy?
Not in person.
Or dude, that dude's not a little dude.
Yeah, I could squish everybody's head though, Gary. Look, I'm squishing your head right now.
So we are dedicating this podcast to my friend Cheryl's dad. He passed away a few months ago, and it was all of a sudden. And from what I see, he was a really cool cat. So this episode is going out to a Mr. Keith Funk. And Godspeed, Keith. All right. Thank you for bringing up such a beautiful family. You're awesome. And rest in peace, brother. We love you here on the show. This episode's for you. So you and me earlier were talking about a little topic.
You and I.
You're going to do that shit to me, bro? You're going to do
Yes, you and me. We
were talking about a topic before, and it was about cruising the country. Because I've been wanting to do that, and I just may do that here shortly. But you asked me, why is it that a lot of guys, when they come back from deployment, or a lot of guys just pack up in their truck and just hit the road and go camping?
Yeah, policemen, firemen, nurses.
Mm-hmm.
They all get that bug. They want to tow behind or drive RV.
Right.
They want to hit the country.
Yep.
They want to go see everything.
And why do you think that is?
Stay away from people and big crowds of people and big cities. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that, and, this is the United States of America, okay? It's the best country in the world. So,
fucking A right.
So, I want to cruise the country. And, and I've talked to a lot of people that have done it as well on motorcycle. I mean, I've cruised the country on motorcycle. But basically, bro, this is a beautiful country. There's parts of this country that are amazing that people will never see in their lifetimes, And like my mom, man. My mom lived to be 88 years old, and she never really went many places. And I wanted to take her, but she wasn't up to it physically. Well, I wanted to take her to see the Grand Canyon. I wanted to take her to Moab. I wanted to take her to,
when she was young. Did she like to travel when she was young?
She did, but she'd always go to the same places. She go to like Cancun, she go to Puerto Rico, and she go to Florida.
Okay.
3
times a year, she's those places.
Yeah, no, man, not me. I've traveled everywhere, and I wanted to take her, but it's a beautiful country, and a lot of people will never see it.
Right?
Will never see their own country. And one big reason that a lot of the reasons people decide to do it here, every country's got their crime and every country's got their stuff going on, But this is our country, and it's relatively a safe country, Dude.
Yeah. The problem areas are.
Well, yeah, but we're comparing it to the world. We're not comparing it to ourselves. Every country's gonna have crime. That's a given. But I'm comparing it to like if you're traveling in Europe, if you're traveling in China, if you're traveling in South America, Central America, for the most part, this is relatively a safe country. You ain't got to be in fear of anything happening to you other than, you're having your senses up naturally. You know what I mean? Being on guard, which everybody should be no matter where they're at.
Correct.
I go to church and I'm on guard in church.
So we learned that the hard way.
Right. But I took my glasses off now. I can't see my paper.
Squinty. Hey, Squinty McGintos.
Again? You're doing this to me again?
I'm back, baby. Didn't you miss me?
I'm starting not to, but yeah, no, I'm glad you're back, brother.
So you were saying, Squinty?
But yeah, it's just a way for people that are in the jobs, in the first responder jobs and shit like that to unwind and reflect on everything they've done,
Right.
And it's just a good way to get out and about because, dude, I love going camping. I got a ton of camping gear. I don't do it as often as I want to, but I love to, man. I like, even here locally, I like going to the river and setting up camp, even if it's for a day and overnight,
Pop the tent, blow up the mattress.
Yep. I didn't get to do it much this year because I ended up with that damn China virus,
Yeah.
But it basically blew away my whole summer.
Now, I mean, it's very cheap to camp places.
Right.
Or go on, was it BLM, right?
Bureau of Land Management?
Yep. It's cheap to get a half year, full year, and I think that's the other thing about it is it's cheap.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore because fuel is now like hitting everybody's pocket.
Yeah.
An extra $10, $15 at the pump here and there at the end of the year.
And if you're traveling,
it's hard.
And if you need, 3-4 tank loads, man, that's, $45-$60 right there.
Yep.
In addition.
Plus propane.
Yep. But, I'm going to Colorado next week, leaving Tuesday. I'm bringing the tent, but, it's 32 degrees out. I don't think I'm going to be staying in the tent.
They call them igloos.
Yeah, no, not this guy. But I'm going out there, see some friends, do some sightseeing, and taking Kim and just heading out there. And we were gonna go to somewhere warm, but it's just, dude, because of prices and everything happening, man. Shit that would cost $2,500 is costing $7,000.
Airfare is going up too. I hear.
Airfare. JP5, JP4, plane fuel, all that shit, everything's going up. Hotels are through the roof,
Really?
Everything that used to cost a good $2,000, $2,500 has almost tripled in price, man. It's like $7,000. Yeah. So we decided, let's try the cold, But even still, it's more. I was looking at the room the other day. The motherfucker was like $600 something a night.
Wow.
Yeah. What would normally be this time of year would have been like $200 a night, $250.
Right.
But it's going to be a good trip, man. I'm looking forward to it. I hadn't been to Colorado in years. Got a bunch of friends up there. I'm going to pass by and see,
Nice.
a lot of old law enforcement guys. Dude, I know a Denver cop up there that arrested Elvis back in the 70s.
Come on.
Yeah. He arrested freaking out. Yep, damn straight.
Only you, Gary Brugman.
I know.
Only you.
Dude, I know a lot of freaking coppers, man. But I'm looking forward to that trip, man. It should be about 10 and a half hour drive. Most of it's through Texas. You know what's crazy is we're driving through Texas for about 6.5, 7 hours. And then the next 3 hours are going through New Mexico and Colorado. And we'll be there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's how big Texas is, man. Texas is going to be 2/3 of the trip.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, man.
Hey.
Sir. Yes.
Do you prefer to fly or drive?
Depends.
No, that's a flat out question. Do you prefer to fly or drive?
I'd rather drive.
Okay.
I don't always have the time to drive.
I understand that.
Yeah, but if I have a preference, I'd rather drive.
Okay.
Because
Me too.
if we're
so much more to
staying
see.
if we're staying in our country, right? If we're staying in our country, I would rather drive my own vehicle and be comfortable and be able to get to where I'm going. You know, if I have the time to drive everywhere and back, I'd rather drive.
Right.
You know. Now flying is convenient. You know, I'm going to Vegas in January. SHOT Show.
I don't know. I'm
going to Vegas in January.
Already, huh?
I'm gonna be out there for a week, and I was gonna drive. It's a 17-hour drive from here, which ain't shit. I was gonna drive, but by the time I have to leave to get there, and then the 17-hour drive back, it adds 4 days to my trip.
Right.
Adds 3 or 4 days to my trip. So I got a cheap airfare, and boom, be there in 3 hours, be back in 3 hours.
Fuck that.
Fuck that. What?
It's SHOT Show.
Yeah. So, and I figured I'm going to be at SHOT Show most of the week, so I'm not going to be driving anywhere. So I don't have to worry about it. Yeah. So I got a good flight, and I'll be there for that. I'm so looking forward to that, man.
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to that.
Time. Content.
Oh, I'm going to be recording and interviewing and doing all that kind of stuff.
We need to strap a GoPro to your chest.
I don't have a GoPro.
We have to make that happen.
Well, maybe I'll get one. But
I have one. I have a chest harness.
Hey, might be something to do.
Last resort, I'll send it to you to be waiting for you in Vegas.
Yeah, right.
It's exactly right.
But yeah, man, this country's freaking awesome. I've camped in.
It's beautiful. I mean, the different landscapes that you get to see, especially in Texas, man. Like, you get different landscapes. Just make a turn and go 4 hours. Yeah,
I remember back in 2015, we had all 4 seasons in Texas. It was
in the same day.
In the same day. It was in all different parts of Texas. There was a blizzard in West Texas. I was in West Texas. There was a blizzard in West Texas, dropped 15 inches of snow in West Texas, right? Then in East Texas, there was a heat wave. In North Texas, there were serious thunderstorms and tornadoes. And in South Texas, all that snow and thunderstorms and shit was running off and was flooding in South Texas.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that was crazy, man.
That's why Texas is great.
Texas is always great, man. But yeah, man, I've camped out all around the East Coast, on the South. I've loved camping out on the beach. That's one of my favorite things to do is camp out on the beach.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I've camped out on the beach a lot, and it's fun to do in the tent. But I do have to say I've gotten a bit, bougie. It's even better in a freaking RV.
Yeah.
It's even better in an RV, man. You go inside, grab a cold beer, kick back, watch some TV,
Let that air conditioner cool you down.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, man.
I'm still thinking about getting an RV here soon, but probably for the summer. After I get my boat and my ranch and my helicopter. I got to have a helicopter, bro.
You got to get back to the RV.
Dude.
It's got to be an all-wheel drive RV if you're doing beach running.
No, beaches here are solid, dude. You can drive right on the beach.
Okay, well, that's in Texas. What about when you go somewhere else?
Well, then I'm not gonna go on the beach if I can't get there.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I've been seriously debating a helicopter. Why do you keep laughing every time I say that? Why?
I don't know.
You don't think I'm gonna get a helicopter, do you?
Since you told me that story about the helicopter and you lighting people up with white phosphorus, I'm
White what?
a little concerned.
White what?
Phosphorus?
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 You know, the phosphorus that you drop down the chimney?
You know? How handy was that, baby?
Dude, that cracked me up. But yeah, dude, seriously, the helicopter, man. An R-44, get one, get a good used one for about 110 grand.
What is an R-44?
It's a helicopter. It's like one of the most popular helicopters, civilian helicopters sold, man.
Okay, so it just you fly yourself on it?
Yeah, I'm gonna get my helicopter, my private pilot's license.
No. How many people can
4.
you seat on this? 4.
Yep.
So you got 2 front seats and
2 back
2
seats.
jump seats.
Yep. Can fly with the doors or without the doors. Has a range of, I want to say, 450 miles. 170 miles an hour top speed.
See, now when you say 450 miles, people can't think of road traveling. This is as the Eagle flies.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Which you cover a lot more ground on.
Right.
You know, but
effectively.
That always pisses me off on my phone when you look something up and it says it's 3.5 miles away. Then when you hit drive, you know, or go start, it says 7.2. You know, it said 3.5 a minute ago because you got all the windy twisties and turns and bullshit. But but yeah, dude, 160, 170 miles an hour top speed, dude, that's awesome.
Wait, what's the top speed?
160, 170.
That's fast enough.
160 miles an hour is pretty fucking quick, bro.
Yeah. Right. I think they go faster.
No, this is a small little helicopter, bro. It's not like a freaking Coast Guard freaking Sikorsky, bro. You know, it's not a turbine.
So it's like the DeLorean. As long as you get up to 85, you're okay.
160, fool.
I know, but I'm saying it's like a DeLorean. As long as you get up to 85, you'll be okay.
I can't believe I'm having this conversation with you. We're talking Back to the Future when I'm talking about my helicopter. Dude, so
what else you got on the agenda there, Mr. Brugman?
So I'm thinking about, you know, the shit that's going down on the border, bro. I mean, like down here in Texas, man. Down in the valley, in the Rio Grande Valley. I don't know exactly where, either McAllen, Brownsville, Roma, Mission, somewhere down there. There was an agent, and he was at work, and some cartel members, 4 dudes, broke into his house while his wife and kid were there and stole his uniforms. They wanted his uniforms.
What?
They stole his fucking uniforms, bro. You know, so that
what happened to the family? Is the family
they didn't do anything to the family. But they did break into the house while they were there, blatantly.
Traumatized them right
but
there.
the thing is, she was saying that the way they were acting, it's like they almost knew he was at work. Okay. You know, so they went there and stole his uniforms. And you know, back in my day,
cars home.
Say again.
Border Patrol agents bring their vehicles home. No. Okay, so it's not like, all right, his car's not here.
Right.
His patrol car's not here. Okay.
No, and back in the day, we caught a couple of counterfeiters and stuff. And out in El Paso, they actually caught people in like Astro minivans with a green stripe across it, you know, dressed in green that wasn't even close, but they wanted it to seem like it, you know, and they were smuggling dope. Border Patrol's always, yeah, they've always had imposters, but now they actually got this agent's uniforms, you know, and who knows what they're gonna do with that. You know, it's just the whole situation down here. There's a video out now that I just saw on Newsmax not too long ago. Actually, it was today, a few hours ago. Some agents in Laredo got into a big fight with some runners. I don't know if they were dope runners or if they were just running from them, but they were throwing agents around, and there was a fight. And they were running. Another agent cut them off, put one on the ground. And another one was coming towards him, and he pulled his gun. The guy walked right into his gun. The other agent, I mean, it was a big mess, and it stressed me out watching it, bro. It stressed me out watching it because I was having flashbacks. I was having flashbacks, and it was like, dude, you guys need to be careful with what you do. You need to stay alive. Main thing is you need to stay alive, and you got to keep your asses out of the prison, man. It's just insane putting your hands on somebody these days, but it's got to be done. It's got to be done.
And you were so worried for them.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. You know, and there's a lot of shit going on. Del Rio sector is blowing up right now with illegal crossings and all that kind of stuff. And they've gotten a couple of terrorists between here and Yuma. There's been border patrol.
2 of them. Yep.
There was a border patrol chase down in McAllen where the illegal alien ran into a family, a mother and daughter, and killed them. I mean, they're getting so blatant. And what's our administration do? Oh, welcome to the country. No, they're not going to be here very long. It's just bullshit, man. It's just big time bullshit. The thing that this administration is allowing to happen. You know, we had one of the most secure borders under President Trump, and the shit that Biden and his administration is allowing to happen, and that moron DHS Secretary Mayorkas is, dude, you might as well have a baboon in there doing that damn job. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
You know, I got a coin here. I got a coin here. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's like the Border Patrol symbol,
right?
And it says the U.S. shit show.
The U.S. shit show.
because that's what it is, man.
2020 to 2022.
Yep. And on the back it says, U.S. Department of Puro Desmadre, U.S. Department of Total Fuck Ups. You know,
that's a pretty good coin.
Yeah. It's sad that they're actually making coins of how messed up the situation is down there. You know, agents are retiring in droves, man, in droves because of the vaccination, because of the job, that they got their hands tied. It's just they're not allowed to work. You know. And we talked about the terrorists. Those are 2 terrorists that we caught. 2 terrorists on the watch list, right?
Out of how many?
Out of how many that got through? Who knows how many got through?
10%. Let's say 10%. What's the number?
Exactly. And I hate to say it because I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but something's gonna happen in this country, man, and it's gonna be bad because there's no agents patrolling. They're not doing what they're meant to do.
It definitely feels like a powder keg. And I keep seeing the influx of Hispanics in my area.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm considered East bumfuck. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they are here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was just recently in Eagle Pass. I went to go see my buddy's junkyard down there at my other friend's bar. And I was talking to some of the old agents down there that I worked with, my journeyman, and one of them was saying that across the street from an apartment that I had, there used to be a Methodist church, and they've turned that church into a facility, and we drove by there, and sure as shit, bunch of aliens outside smoking cigarettes, cutting it up, just hanging out on the street corner, and then my friend, he posted on Facebook the other day that he was walking down the street, walking his dog, and some lady came up and said, "Hey, did you see 3 guys running through here?" And he was like, "No, what happened?" And he goes, "They just pushed their way into my daughter's house and stole her shit, and then took off running." Yeah, they took her shit, stole her purse or whatever it was, and took off running. And this apartment complex is right across from where they were staying, and they went over there, and the police went over and asked if there was a description of the people. They said, yeah, those guys were here, but they left. So now they're running around. These people are running around the streets of Eagle Pass here in Texas, you know. But what they haven't realized, and they haven't ran into it yet, they're gonna do that shit to the wrong motherfucker. They're gonna do that shit to the wrong motherfucker, and exactly, boom, boom, you know, because that's all they know how to do. All right, is commit crimes. That's all they know how to do.
Right.
We need to show them what we know how to do because this is fucking Texas. You know? So it's just before they come up and seriously hurt, and that's the way it's going to be. That's the way it's going to be because they're going to seriously hurt somebody. If all they know how to do is rob, rape, and
yeah, but unfortunately, it's just not going to take one incident, Gary. It's going to take most. You got to
Right.
leave these immigrants laying in the street everywhere.
Right.
You know, they got to be picking these guys up or out of everybody's yard. You know,
And don't get me wrong, brother. I don't want to seem like I'm anti-immigration because I'm not. I'm anti-crime.
I'm anti-crime.
I'm anti-illegal immigration. All right? I'm anti-illegal. I welcome everybody in the world. Everybody in the world, I welcome to my country, to our country, to the United States. It's our country.
Coming in the right way.
Coming in the right way. That's why we have a process.
Yep.
That's why we have a process. You know, you avoid that process and do things the wrong way. I'm not welcoming you here. And I used to say this to illegals that I caught over and over and over because they would tell me,
Wait. You catch the same ones over and
oh yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Real routines. Wow.
Dude, sometimes when I would go on and check the buses, I can tell, I'd scan, and we had a little speech that we used to give when we went on the bus. You know, U.S. Border Patrol, there's a checkpoint. If you're not a citizen of the United States, have your documents ready for inspection. But I'd scan the bus, and I'd know who I had busted before or who was an illegal because they'd be sitting like this.
Really?
You know, or with the hood or with the hoodies up, you know, or if a car drove by and they handed me their documents and, you know, I looked at the documents, but I was more of a, let me look inside the car, see who's here, you know, and there was always that one person or, you know, yeah, but yeah,
stages of guilt that you just showed us there physically.
Yeah, exactly.
The physical appearance of guilt Gary just did for us, for those that aren't watching.
Yeah, but like I said, I told these people told me one time, I caught them over and over. They're like, "You don't like Mexicans?" I said, "No, I just don't like illegal immigration. I don't like illegal immigration, and that's it." I said, "I welcome everybody to the country, but if you're gonna come," and I tell them, you got to think how, you know, you got to think how I'm doing. You want me to have mercy on you and let you go into my country, you know, and not arrest you. But the first thing that I see you doing is running from a federal agent or trying to throw a federal agent in a river or throwing rocks at a federal agent. So the first things I see you doing is trying to assault a federal agent, but you want me to have mercy on you and let you go, you know?
You mean, I got here without peace. I'm now here in peace.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, and I would tell them that too. I said, the first things I see you doing is breaking the law and assaulting a federal agent. What do you think you're going to do to the people of the country? You know, if you have no respect for a federal agent, that right when you come in, what respect are you going to have for the citizens of the United States?
Yeah, Joe and Jane Citizen don't have a shot with criminals like
right.
that.
And unfortunately, they're not going to come and mess with somebody like you, me, or somebody. They're going to come and mess with, you know, a wife and kids, the elderly.
Vulnerable.
Right, exactly. The vulnerable. You know, and when somebody
used to hit all them old senior citizens.
You know, and people that go after senior citizens and the elderly and women and children and do harm to them, those people there need to be fucking crushed. Yep. Crushed hard.
Immediately.
You know? And no, with no mercy.
We used to, here's the thing. They've created so much laws that the honest citizen can't even police his own anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like back in our days, man, in the 70s, 80s, I'd say even to like maybe the mid 90s, we policed our own.
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up.
The kid, we took care of it. We took care of you in the neighborhood.
When I was younger, I grew up in mafia Brooklyn, dude, Knickerbocker Avenue. You know.
Yep.
Don't let those older Italian men get on you, bro.
Yep. Columbus don't play.
Exactly, brother. Exactly. You know. But you know, I've been enjoying lately is Gil's website, Old Patrol HQ.
Yeah.
He's been posting some really, really good stuff, man. And
he's retired now.
Well, he's retired now, so now he's like, hey, check this out. This is what's really happening.
Check out this content.
Yeah. No more pretty pictures of me in my nice little green uniform walking on the beach. This is what's happening.
Push-ups on the beach.
Right. I talked to him today, dude. It was pretty good.
How's he doing?
Oh man, he's good. He's busy. O Patrol's kicking it, man. O Patrol's kicking it
for him.
Yeah, for those of you that haven't checked it out, O Patrol HQ, you can listen to his podcast on Spotify and everywhere you listen to podcasts. You can check him out on Apple Podcasts, on Google Play, all that stuff, man. But go to O Patrol HQ / where'd you go? Oh, there you go.
Don't worry about me.
I don't worry about you. You're on the show. / bigcartel.com and check out some of the best Border Patrol merchandise there is in town, man. This guy's got it going on. Thanks, Gil, for everything you do for me, and thank you for everything, bro.
Ain't no patrol like the old patrol, baby.
Yep, that's right, brother. That's right. And I gotta tell you, I gotta give a big shout out to to 5150 rifles, dude. Wait till you see these rifles come out. I can't talk about it yet, but wait till you see these rifles when they come out. They are freaking amazing. They're
5150.
Yeah, 5150 on Instagram. Go check them out, man. 5150.
5150.
51 right here, 51, and then 50, or it could be up here or maybe right there. I don't know where I'm gonna put it, but 5150 on Instagram, and some good cats out there. And I got a shout out as well to R2 Ammo in Liberty Hill and Spectre Holsters. These guys been taking really, really good care of me. I appreciate everything. Thank you so much, Matt and Steve. Freaking awesome guys, man. So get out there, the Liberty Hill, R2 Ammo, Spectre Holsters. If you need a holster, he'll have it done for you ASAP.
Okay.
And of course, I got to give a big shout out to my brother Tim at Patch Ops. Made the Gary Brugman podcast patches. Check him out, man. Is that tight or what? Check it out.
Or what?
Yeah, man. Damn straight. So, good patches, Velcro, PVC. Great stuff, man.
Strong too, man. I got them on the Grom. They don't budge.
Nope, they're not going anywhere, man.
Power wash the Grom. They don't budge. The adhesive on the back of the
hook.
The hook part.
Right.
Sticks so good, man.
Yep.
You just clean the surface with alcohol, make sure it's dry. That sucker goes on and won't come off.
Yep, damn straight. Damn straight, brother. So, dude, how are you doing?
It's a battle, man.
I know life's been rough for you. I mean, take this as far as you want, but the people have been asking me, your listeners, not mine, yours. Let me tell you real quick. When I was in the hospital with COVID, I went back and my first time out, I went on the Freedom Friends podcast over with Warfighter Tobacco, right? And they were telling me that when they used to do the live buddy check, that their listeners were getting mad at them when they didn't have an update on me. They're like, what do you mean you don't have an update on Gary? It's like, this is our show. But yeah, so I've got listeners asking me all the time, man, how's TJ? I get blown up with it, man. And, all I can tell them is he's fighting it. So
I'm into my second round of chemo. It seems like the beginning of the round, because they pumped me up full of steroids, I handle it pretty well for, the next 5 days. But then I get these bone aches. Like, I can't explain it. They feel like growing pains, but not. It's so deep, it feels like a broken bone, because I've broken bones before.
Right.
And man, they just get so excruciating. And you know me, I don't want to up any pain medication, so I try to chew back as much as I can. So I spend a lot of time just loafing around.
Right.
Just trying to get through it, man.
I hear you, man. And I think about you every time, bro, because I you're my bro. I worry about you all the time.
Love you too, man.
And and I know the shit that I went through. I ain't gone through chemo, but I can't imagine what that feels like. But I know what it's like being tired and achy and hurting and especially not only physically, bro, but mentally. You know, the shit that goes through your mind. It's like, how do you deal? How do you deal? And I don't want to sound fucked up about it, but you know, living every day not knowing what's going to happen in your near future. You know, what do you do? How do you live with that? You know, I haven't been in that situation. The closest I've been to that was this last bout of COVID that I had but that wasn't even looking into my future. I was looking at right now. I was like, shit, I'm going to die. You know?
Yeah, I know. You told us all.
I don't remember that, bro. But yeah, it's just, you know, we pray for you. Everybody's praying for you. You know, all our regular listeners, all our new listeners, everybody that I know.
It's hard to accept the fact that a doctor puts an expiration date on you.
Right. But
that is like the hardest part. And you know what? That's like, well, fuck you. If you say that, if you say 12 months, I'm going 13.
Right.
You know what I mean? Huh? Every day after that, I'm going to try a little harder, get to 14, get to 15. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
right.
It's fucked up that they put an expiration date on you.
But you know what? You got, just like you said, you got to say fuck that and keep on fighting. Never quit, bro. Never quit. You know, I think about you when I think about that picture of that. What is it? It's a pelican or a stork and a frog when he's got him in his beak and he's eating him, except his hands are around the stork's neck. You know, and it says never quit.
choking him out.
Yep. And like the doctors told me, man, I had the doctor that put me on the vent came to visit me at the other hospital I was at. And he says, when we put you on the vent, we kind of looked at each other and we're like 3-4 days max is what.
Yeah.
But he told me straight up, and this thing, I still remember his face and the tone of, he's like, but for some reason, and he said, you would not die. and you would not die. You know, and I was talking to my buddy Christian Simon from Faster Pussycat, and he says it's because you're such a freaking stubborn hardhead. You know?
Yep.
And if there's anybody who's more stubborn and hard-headed than me, it's so. Yeah, don't act like a saint. It doesn't fit you. It doesn't fit you. Don't act like you're freaking Saint Anatra right here, okay?
You know, when you're doing chemo, you think like, you know, you go in and you get your medicine and you're out. Dude, I spend like damn near 2/3 of a day there. You know,
right?
Easy. I'm out there for hours because they got to test your blood. But when you get there, then gotta wait for the blood to get red, and then you gotta wait for the pharmacy to mix your med because it's a nuclear.
Right.
It's nuclear.
Right. Exactly, dude. Exactly.
But taking the meds is no problem. I've been sleeping through it.
But I have 100% confidence that you're gonna make it through this, bro. I know it. I feel it because right now, I'm telling you right now, you don't just come into my life and then waltz the way right the fuck out of it. It's not gonna happen. You're not. You don't get that entitlement, bitch.
I accept that.
All right.
I accept that.
What you got there?
So we have one of our listeners
that
has sent me this in the mail.
It's Carrie Favorite.
It's Carrie Favorite.
Yep.
And this was so uplifting when I got it. Amazing.
I got mine right here. See it?
Yeah, it's too dark to make it out though. You gotta put a light on that. Get your flashlight.
Oh, damn it.
Where's your flashlight? Where's your gun? Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Yours is green.
Yep. She made yours because you're a what? Firefighter.
I'm a firefighter.
I'm Border Patrol. I'm green. So Carrie.
Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you, Carrie. These mean the world to us. We love them. Although TJ hasn't hung his up yet, I got mine up just like right in the spot where you want. Don't be hanging up. Don't be hanging it up.
It's in a good place.
All right, sure. Punk me again, why don't you? We should just call this podcast Punked. That's what we should do. Because all you do is punk me all day long.
Listen, if Ashton Kutcher comes popping out of the kitchen.
Dude, anybody comes popping out now, they're in.
You're popping back.
Damn straight. Damn straight.
You were too quick to that, my friend. For everybody that's listening, he just pulled up his sidearm, and it was very quick and effective.
Damn straight. You don't just pop up in this house.
No, you call a motherfucker first.
Yep. So that brings me to another thing. I want to talk about some training. But before we go there, thank you to everybody who's been praying for my brother, Big Daddy Ruffneck. He needs all the prayers we can give him. I'm praying for him, even though I know he's gonna beat this cancer's ass. So, but we love you, bro, and don't ever act like you're not welcome on this podcast. This is your podcast too. Hey, can I come on? No, you can't.
Well, I've gotten that sometimes.
Well, yeah, when you weren't behaving.
Yes, people, there's been times where he's just cut the show flat out, done, tells me, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
You remember that? There was one specific time where I'm like, you know what? I'm done. Goodbye.
Dude, I hope that's in the vault.
It's somewhere in there. But getting back to training, since we brought this up, since Ashton Kutcher brought this up, have you seen a video? You know those little fuckers that go around pranking people in like Walmart and putting buckets on their head and shit, right?
Throwing stuff on them.
Right. Did you see the one where it's this black dude and this guy comes up and just like grabs stuff and starts screaming? And he's like, and pulls everything off and falls back. And the black dude comes up and draws on him.
Yes.
You see that? So,
yes.
so there was a question, and I think it was Byron Rogers that had it. I think it was that said, or maybe it was American Apparel. It was American Apparel. And they said, what do you think about that? Too quick to draw or proper or improper? I say he did everything right. So first of all, you've got all these little freaking maggots going around fucking with people that they shouldn't be fucking with, being right. Randomly selected, right? Some of it's funny. I watch, it's like, oh, dude, you're gonna get your. But every time I'm like, dude, you're gonna get your ass kicked, you know. But they did that to this guy, and he came up and he drew out, especially in the world with things.
Do you think that it's staged?
This one, some of them I think are. This one didn't look it.
Okay.
What do you think? You saw the video.
I saw the video. It seems authentic.
Okay, but let's go with like it really happened, because if they're doing that, you know, even if let's put it this way. Let's say all of these videos are staged. Let's go with that, right? So let's say I'm down the aisle and I see that happen and this dude draws out. So here I come and I draw out too. They're staging it. They're staging.
Why are you gonna draw on them?
Well, if some dude's there and he draws, if some dude comes up and screams and falls back, and this dude draws a weapon, I'm not gonna be standing there. Now that's where your training comes in. Do you shoot or don't shoot? That's where the training comes in. Because right. I tell you what, right now, bro, if you're in the aisle of Walmart and some dude screams and drops to the ground, and another guy pulls a gun, and you don't either leave or cover yourself, you shouldn't be carrying a gun. Straight up.
I would leave and cover myself.
What if you're in the middle of the aisle and you don't have time to leave? All of a sudden, there's a guy there with a gun. And I don't know if you remember what happened 3 years ago in El Paso when they killed 23 people in a Walmart.
Right.
3 places I take real precautions: church, movies, and Walmart. Any place where there are a lot of people that only has 1 exit or 2 exits, where if everybody's got to run, there's only 2. If there's 2 bad guys at the exits, nobody's getting out.
Right.
So that's where your training come in. And the other thing is, these little fuckers need to stop fucking with people in public places.
Yeah. Now's not the time, especially with all the smash and grabs going on.
There you go again. There you go again. I mean, personally, if I'm in a store, if I'm in Neiman Marcus and smash and grabs going on, I'm like, hey, not my problem.
Don't touch me.
Right. But the minute somebody pulls out a gun, or whether it's a civilian or whether it's a looter, yeah. No matter who it is, What if the civilian all of a sudden looks over you and goes, "Oh shit," and he gets scared by you and starts shooting at you? I don't want to shoot civilians, but if you're gonna shoot me, it ain't gonna happen.
Right.
You know?
Right. And it's not like you're gonna wait for him to draw down on you, you know.
But like I'm saying, if you're somewhere and somebody pulls out the gun, I got more discipline than that. You know, if I'm shopping,
I hope to. I hope I do.
Exactly. If I'm shopping and a guy comes up and starts screaming and does that, and my reaction might be the draw, well, that's my reaction, because I still duck when I hear freaking backfires. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
we crouch over a little bit. I know.
Yeah, exactly. But that's where training comes in. And I'm doing everything to train myself properly. I'm doing everything to learn all that I can. And a guest that I'm going to have on the show here soon is a big time instructor, former Delta guy, spent 31 years in the Army. He's doing consult. Wow. Yeah. And then 26 of those were in Special Forces.
Wow.
Yep.
26 years in Special Forces.
Yep. So I'm going to have him on the podcast
service
here soon. And
who is it?
His name's Dutch Moyer, Chris Dutch Moyer.
Dutch.
Yeah. Chris Dutch Moyer.
Dutch.
But like I said, you know, you can't. Then that's why the Second Amendment guy in me wants constitutional carry. You know,
right?
Because it's our right. You know, it's our right. It's our right. It's in the Constitution. It's our right to keep and bear arms. The law enforcement federal agent guy in me doesn't mind anybody having guns, but I want them to be licensed and trained. You know, I don't want just any little freaking rubber dick walking around with a freaking that's old enough to buy a gun, carrying a gun.
Well, when you say license,
can
you go into further depth?
Yeah.
On that?
Yeah. In Texas, we have a license to carry. All right. There's no concealed handgun license because you can carry open or concealed. Okay. In order to get that license, you got to have the bare minimum training, you know, and you have to qualify on the range, and you have to have knowledge of your basic, you know, handgun or pistol use. I took the course. I couldn't barely keep from laughing. But for the new guy, it's this is a magazine. This is the trigger. These are the sights. This is how you do. Keep your finger. You know, it's all the basics. I want him to at least have that. You know, I want him to at least have that.
Okay. Now.
Yes.
As far as licensing, would you be okay with it being like a yearly course that they have to take? You know, like every year, that not that they have to register, but they have to have their
qualification,
weapons safety permit.
I'm not sure where you're getting it.
Well, I feel like by calling it a license, you're going to eliminate a lot of people that have the right to own a weapon.
Well, that's not what I'm saying. All right. Explain to me exactly how that would be eliminating the people to having a weapon.
Because they don't want to put their papers in with the government so they could be on a list.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Taking a safety course.
The Second Amendment guy in me, wants everybody to have their weapons.
I'm talking to the law enforcement guy.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to I'm talking to Leo.
I'd rather have the law enforcement guy in me would rather have everybody that's carrying a firearm, not owning. I'm not talking about owning. I'm talking about that's going to be carrying a firearm, constitutional carry. That's going to be carrying a firearm to
outside
have
the home.
To be carrying, not to possessing, to carrying, to have a license to carry. So whether it's, you know, it's through the state, obviously, but just like to drive, you got to renew your driver's license. When I was a Border Patrol agent, when I was in the Coast Guard, and all of the police departments, every year they got to qualify.
Right, but that is a privilege to drive.
Okay.
It's your right to own a weapon.
Okay, but what you're right.
Try again.
You're right. But police officers have
This
to.
is a good one. This is going to be a great episode for these people. I'm so excited for them. Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to carry, I would prefer, okay, you be licensed. You have to qualify every year. You know, or you know what? Every 2 years, as long as you show proficiency with a weapon, where you're not gonna be, you know, running around like freaking Leo Getz and Lethal Weapon. You know,
right. But the Leo in you wants to have a list of gun owners.
It's not about having a list. That's the way you're seeing it. That's the way. It's not about having a list. It's about being properly trained.
But there's going to be a list generated, correct? My name's gonna be on the list.
Yeah, but
if I took the course, my name's gonna be on the list.
But you're bringing this whole conspiracy theory thing into about having a list and that they're gonna use it against you.
Conspiracy theory. It's a God-given right. It's our God-given country, and our forefathers gave us the right to bear arms.
And I agree with you with that right, and that's what I'm telling you.
Right. So whether you're possessing, carrying, it's all covered under that.
You're
I
right.
feel.
Absolutely. It is all you're right. Absolutely. But you asked me what my opinion was.
The Leo in you. Yes.
Right.
The Leo. Right. So we can have this discussion.
And that's it. I don't want anybody running around that doesn't know how to use a gun to have one.
Right. And you know what? Unfortunately,
even though it's their right.
We have good citizens that are running around that don't know what they're doing with a weapon, and we have criminals that are running around that don't know what they're doing with a weapon. It's like the dumb and the dumb fighting each other, you know?
Yep. And that's exactly what I'm saying. Training, bro. Training is the only way to do it. Training. Right. You know, and a lot of people, you know, especially with COVID last year was one of the years that had the most record sales for guns because everybody was arming themselves. Yeah. And there was a lot of people took training. The training records were through the roof. One of my friends that's and you know who I'm talking about, that is a trainer, a firearms instructor. She said this year she's lost over 30 grand in her salary because everybody was training last year. Mm-hmm. You know, and now things are going back to normal. The sales are still through the roof, but the training's not.
Right. And that's the first person that sees the gap starting.
Dude, and this might be a little off. There's a
lot of return gun buyers. It's not just new gun buyers.
But this goes to where I'm going at with this. Check it out. Like, look at Alec Baldwin.
Oh.
Look at Alec Baldwin.
Look at him.
Okay.
No, you look at him.
He's from your hometown, bro.
No, he's not. He's from Massapequa. He's a Nassau boy.
He's a Flid, just like you.
No, I'm from Suffolk County.
Whatever.
Baby. There's a difference.
Whatever. North Shore, South Shore. A Flid is a Flid.
All right. So you're looking at.
Why don't you explain to the people where the Flid is?
I never heard of it.
You bullshit.
Never heard that shit, man. Never heard that shit.
Dude, my son's a Flid.
What's a Flid, man?
A fucking Long Island douchebag. You know that. But the example I'm giving you, brother, is
Alec Baldwin.
As many movies as that idiot's made, as many times that he's handled a gun, hasn't had any training. Okay? How could you know that if you have a single action revolver cocked back that you can't pull the trigger? You know, how do you not check your weapon? If I were an actor, you know, with my experience, if I were an actor and handling guns, even though they said, yeah, those are blanks in there, I'd be like, check, click, 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 let me see. You know,
I'll give you two examples of actors who do great gun safety. One is Will Smith, and the other is Keanu Reeves.
Right. Keanu Reeves trains with freaking Taran Butler.
And you know what? It shows.
John Bernthal, too.
They took it more serious in the parts that they played to seek this training out.
Right.
Where this Nassau Flib fucking just don't care about nobody.
You had to throw Nassau County under the bus, didn't you?
All of Nassau County.
Right. So, brother, you know, we never really got to the news.
Let me ask you a question, because this is news. Manchin, hero or zero?
Well, right now I consider him a hero. You?
until he's in. Yes, yeah. He made a great decision, and he wasn't intimidated by the others on his decision.
He's already flip-flopping on some shit, but you know what? They're putting a whole lot of pressure on him, and I get that, but he stood his ground, and again, he's up for re-election, and West Virginia is a pretty red state. It's just, he happens to be a freaking Democrat, but it's a pretty red state, and he knows if he fucks up, they're going to vote his ass out. So, hero for doing the right thing and listening to your constituents, and it's not the first time he's done that. He's always been that, that swing vote, he's
walked the line. Yeah.
Right. So, you got to give him that. I don't trust him. He's still a Democrat. I don't trust him. I don't know what these Democrats are trying to do to this country,
You see what Bette Midler said about Manchin?
And about the people of West Virginia. Yeah, dude, she's got some freaking balls on her, man.
No, another Long Islander, Nassau County.
Yep, damn straight, man.
See, Nassau, it's something in the water there, man.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's just, everything's just the whole world's just so upside down right now, man.
It is.
The whole world's just so upside down. I was watching this thing on these Capitol Police officers. I'm like, and one of them's here crying, as I've defended you.
Yeah.
You see that fucker? And then you got the other guy, that big, but he's going to work for CNN. He's going to work for CNN as a contributor. And then there's another guy who's a BLM, who stood there with the freaking BLM T-shirt, telling people to go inside and attack the freaking Capitol. He's going to CNN as well. And there's another cop, a big black guy. His name's Dunn. His name is Dunn, and he's like
the one that was running up the stairs.
I don't remember if that was him, but this guy was talking, and he's like, when people send hitmen and the hitman goes to do the job and gets busted, he goes to jail. But so does the guy that sent him. On January 6th, a hitman sent the mob after us. I was like, dude, you know what? Go out into the oil field, dab your hands in some freaking crude oil and rub it on your vagina. It'll bring the swelling down, motherfucker.
Oh, he's right. It was George Soros.
Yeah, exactly. But dude, just these guys, they're just so unbecoming of police officers.
I know.
It's like, how the hell were you doing this job? This is, but you know what? I can understand it because
they've never seen anything like that in their life where people came there angry.
But they weren't angry. They were letting them in.
No, I'm saying like that they've never dealt with like they were letting them in, but they were the other side of the
right. I get it.
There was a lot of violence on the other side of where they were running in.
Right.
So, I don't know. They had cushy jobs and got too comfortable.
You can't get much more cushy than Capitol Police, bro.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They just too comfortable with what they were doing. Plus, they didn't have enough people on shift.
Right.
Like, so it shows that the leadership.
Dude, I got the best alibi I got the best alibi in the world. I was in the White House when all that shit was happening.
Yeah.
But I got a good.
I'm so happy you didn't get caught up in that shit.
Nope, dude, I'm not
flight log or something.
I'm not. I'd never get caught up in that, man. I got caught up in my job for doing my job.
They were just busting people because they flew from Texas to Washington D.C.
I was in the White House. Thank you.
Yeah, I was pardoned. Thank you.
I got a buddy of mine who was a Capitol Police officer, and he finally punched the clock and retired. And he going to work for university police now because he couldn't take the bullshit that was going on in his department.
Yep.
He's like, dude, I can't be part of this freaking, chicken shit department right now.
We've been infiltrated into the highest position.
Dude, and have you ever been to the Capitol? Have you ever been out that way? Yeah.
Well,
dude,
I've never been inside it.
Right.
But I've been around the outside.
But dude, these Capitol Police officers walk around like they're freaking Rambo, man. Like they're gladiators and shit. And then all of a sudden it's like, I was so scared,
Yeah. Yep.
I don't get it.
The presence It's a presence that they need. That's all. They hire people to play a part.
Right. Exactly. And I don't know. It's just I just can't believe that all that happened, and the people that the sentences they're giving out when these people were just allowed in, you know.
Yep.
I mean, it's not fair, and you know.
Nope, it's stacked against them, and you know when you're fighting the government, Gary, what happens?
You don't have the money to do it.
Wins.
You lose. Yep. I fought the law, and the law won. Yep. Right.
Did you see the New York videos coming out of New York City of NYPD officers going into restaurants and removing people?
That's crazy,
that do
dude.
not have COVID ID cards.
Yep. That's crazy, man.
I have a problem. I have a big problem with that.
Yeah, especially
and
since
it's not a conspiracy theory, but I understand you have to follow orders.
Right. Lawful orders. Lawful orders. That's always been the thing. You have to follow lawful orders.
But that's not what they're taught. They're taught to follow orders.
Right. I understand that. No.
They're not directed to follow lawful orders or, you know, due regard for the law.
It's in every police officer's oath, and everybody knows it, that you don't follow wrongful orders. You can't do that. You know?
I don't know how you can arrest these people and put them through the system.
The thing is, bro, the
NYPD give them a hard
time
is a big. You have people out there looting and robbing. In
exactly,
New York City.
Exactly. You're there to serve and protect, not keep people from fucking eating.
Who are you protecting?
Exactly, exactly. You know, but dude,
it makes me sick when I see the cops start doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, dude, unfortunately, guess what? It's that time, bro.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that concludes this episode of the Gary Brugman Podcast. Please like and subscribe on social media. I'm your man's Big Daddy Ruffneck saying stay frosty and always watch your six.
Yeah, people. I'm so glad to have you back, brother. Thank you for being here with me tonight. Thank you for everybody who took the time to listen to us for an hour. It's been great. It's been awesome. Stay safe, stay vigilant, be savage. God bless y'all. God bless Texas. God bless America. Out.
Recording stopped.
Yay.